Okay, hey everyone. I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley and I am here live, and now I see I gotta move my camera back a little bit so you can see my head, or maybe that's good. Okay. All right, I'm usually short, so it does, I'm not usually short, I'm always short. And so, but sometimes it, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't work right, so let me move it back. I'm gonna bring my camera up just a little bit higher so you can catch at least my head. All right, so tonight I am talking about, well, I'm cooking, and hey Dolores, thank you for joining me. And I'm gonna be cooking keto biscuits, and biscuits is not something I've always been crazy about, but my husband loves biscuits, and I never really learned to make them like my grandma made them and like my mama made them. So, you know, I went to your old standby of buying these little thins, these little biscuit thins in the grocery store, and honestly, they're delicious to me. I like a thin biscuit anyway. But this morning for breakfast, which we don't usually do a big breakfast, but I did a breakfast this morning, I made these keto biscuits, and my husband was like, those are delicious. He's like, those are great, I love them. I'm like, okay, well, I want to do the demo. Now, before I get any further, you got to see this. This is my first camellia, and I love them. I love them. I went yesterday and bought like 10, but I'm going to give some of those away, and a couple of them were a gift to me, so I appreciate that so much. But I'm going to start off with the recipe, and then I'm going to end with telling you what I've got up my sleeve. Now, I want you to know I am going to be giving away some prizes, so I'm going to be doing the next 3 nights, okay? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, well, maybe 4 nights, okay? And I'm going to be doing a cooking demo and some teaching, and you know, I love to do that. I love to help people get healthy, and I want to tell you what I've got up my sleeve, so stay till the end so you'll be able to catch it. And if you share this video tomorrow night, I'm going to give away some vitamin D, and then I'm also going to give away, what was the other thing? Oh, here it is, it fell on the floor. I'm going to give away this BioTrust Keto Elevate, and this is like a $39 value. I buy them in bulk, so I do get them a little bit cheaper. But what that is, it's caprylic acid, which is MCT oil, and it's a great thing. I use it in my coffee. Hey Alexis, and I use it now instead of heavy cream, and it really keeps me satiated through the morning when I'm fasting and don't want to eat anything, because you know I'm really not hungry. But it just, well, MCT oil, everybody knows, well, you should know the value of MCT oil. So I just want to encourage you to share my video, and I'll see your share. I'll add you to a drawing, and then tomorrow night I'm going to draw for vitamin D. And now is the time you need to start taking vitamin D. We're getting away from the time that you can get it from the sun in this hemisphere. So from about November to March, maybe the end of March, you have to get it other sources, and there are definitely sources you can get it from foods, but most of the time we're not eating enough of those foods, so you can get it from taking it. All right, that's my oven heated up, so here we go. I'm ready to get going. All right, so this is a keto biscuit recipe, and I actually am going to divide it and make 2 different kinds. You can do almost anything with this. So what I have here is finely ground almond flour, and it's a 1.5 cups. And the recipe, by the way, is in my keto cookbook, and I think I'll give away a cookbook every night too, because I just got a new print version, and here it is. And this keto biscuit or keto bread is really, really delicious. And oh, hold on, I forgot one little thing that I wanted to show you while I'm doing this. Okay, so I'll put it right there. So don't let me forget. If I forget, some of y'all that are on here, just comment. You forgot to show us what you were going to show us. All right, so 1.5 cups of almond flour, and make sure it's super fine ground. All right, And then this is 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That's what's in here. So I'm gonna put that in and I'm gonna stir that up. I'm gonna put my things back here just so they won't be in my way. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, so tonight, if you just jumped on, so I see some of you new folks jumping on, I'm mixing up salt, baking powder, and almond flour. Okay, so there we go. I just saw something in there that didn't look like something I wanted to have in there. So, you know, sometimes with almond flour you get, okay. So, all right, so here we go. I've got 2 eggs that I have already beaten. And by the way, I left the eggs out because I wanted to say something about eggs. All right, so don't buy the cheap eggs. You think about those chickens. They've been piled up in those houses. They don't move around and they just sit and peck grain all day long. And they're just not as nutritious. So my husband went and bought these today. These are Eggland's Best. These are not even the best kind. The best to get are Happy Eggs or eggs that are free range, pasture ranged organic eggs. And that's gonna be Happy Eggs. Or there's another couple of brands that I can't remember what they are. But anyway, these are cage free, but vegetarian fed hens, which means they've probably eaten grains. All right, so not your best, but definitely better than the eggs that are in, chickens that are caged. All right, so let me stick that over there. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stir this a little bit, and then I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Now, if you're dairy, if you're gluten, no, not gluten, if you're dairy free or vegan, then this probably is not the recipe for you. You could add maybe, I don't know what you'd add because I'm not dairy free, but okay, so I'm gonna stir this and it's just making up into a nice batter here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and I use unsalted butter, and I use Kerrygold brand because the cows that they get this butter from are grass fed. All right, so they're not eating grains, and so that's at least 85% of the year they're grass fed. All right. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up and it's pretty much ready to go. Now, there are options for this. So what I'm going to do first is, you see I've got my avocado oil here, spray avocado oil. Use this, don't use canola oil or vegetable oil or any of that. And I'm going to spray about 4 of these, well, yeah, I'm going to spray about 4 of these muffin tins because I want to make some in a muffin. I want to show you the difference. Some in the muffin pan, and then I'm going to put some on the regular baking sheet. And so there's that. All right, so the first few I'm going to make, let me get this butter stirred in. So the first few I'm just going to make plain, just with this plain recipe. And then I'm going to add some additions to it so you can know that there are definitely some different ways for you to make this. So I'm going to just spoon that right into there like that. About probably 1/4 cup into each one. Okay. And I'm going to throw these in the oven. And I'll be honest with you, it's not going to take very long because this oven is on 450. All right. So let me just stick those in. I really should get something and wipe that off. I think I will. Got a towel here. Okay. So I'm going to wipe this off so it doesn't really burn. So y'all don't let me forget these in the oven. I'm going to stick it in there really quick and set this timer. So let me set this timer for 4 minutes. Okay, 10, start. Oh, I messed up. Hold on. Stay with me. I'm coming. Hey, I got a new oven and I have the worst time getting it set, but we're good to go now and we'll see what happens. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some cheese, about half a cup of cheese. And then this is garlic powder and onion powder. I'm gonna add that to it. And that's gonna be good. And I'm gonna make a few like that. So I'm just gonna spoon it out onto the pan here. Now these are gonna be flat, of course, because I'm not putting them in a muffin pan, but you can see how they're gonna turn out. Oops. Yep. Honestly, I think I'd rather have them in the muffin pan because I like them a little bit rounded up, but you'll see how they come out. All right, let me make them a little bit more in the shape of a biscuit. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna add some bacon to this last little bunch. I only had one strip of bacon left from breakfast, so that's why I just decided to put it in this last little bit, but my husband will love that for sure because he loves bacon. I'm not much of a bacon person. You know, bacon and biscuits are two of the things I never really ate that much of growing up. I didn't really like them that much, but I do like them occasionally. I will do a biscuit. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more on these. As you can tell, I'm not the neatest cook. There are people that, this would drive them crazy that they don't all look just right. But that's okay with me. I'm not one of those perfectionists in the kitchen. All right, you see that one over there is looking kind of funky. All right, let me stick them in. Okay, I can see those are already rising up in there. Okay, so, all right, so let me tell you, the other thing I wanted to show you was this is real salt. If you're not using real salt, then you need to use real salt. And the reason is the salt, iodized salt, Morton salt, is stripped of the minerals, all right? So it's just sodium chloride, it's just salt. But this is real salt and it has trace minerals in it. And when you look at it, you can see it's got little brown specks. And those little brown specks are those trace minerals that your body needs. So that's why I use unsalted butter, and then I use this as the salt. And I also use this salt for everything else. This is just the salt that we use. Hey, Sarah Lynn. Hey, Jeannie. I see y'all. All right, so the other thing I wanted to tell you about is that recipe that I just made. Sometimes my family thinks it tastes like cornbread, but here is something I found. It's a sweet corn extract. Actually, Sarah Lynn told me about it. And if I wanted to make cornbread, make it taste more like cornbread, I could add that to it. And if you've ever smelled this, it smells kind of like buttery popcorn. Yep. So that would be a good thing to have. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you a minute about what I'm doing, all right? So I've got a challenge that's starting next Monday. So not tomorrow, but next Monday. That's the 24th. And what it is a 4-week challenge. And I'm calling it a Jumpstart Get Healthy Challenge. You could call it a Reversing Diabetes Challenge. You could call it any of those things. But basically, what I'm going to be doing, and this is for new people only, it's not for people that have already done one of my challenges, it's for new people. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hook you. I'm trying to get you to see that you could do something for yourself. It's $47, and you might be thinking, well, this is right here before Thanksgiving. Well, that's exactly the time you need to do it, because you need to. Those biscuits are almost ready. That was 5 minutes. I'm gonna give them another minute, minute or two. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. Here we go. So the best time to get healthy is during the holidays, and the reason is most people are gaining weight. They're feeling bad because they're eating all these goodies and junk, and I'm not even going to call them goodies anymore. They're eating all of these things that just don't give you energy. They take your energy away. I'll never forget, I used to always make fudge at Christmas, and I would eat it, and I would feel so bad, and I never did know why I felt so bad until I realized what sugar is doing to my body, and I quit doing that. And I love it now that when I go through the holidays, I feel good. I wake up feeling good. I go to bed feeling good. I don't feel tired, and it's because of how I fuel my body. So this 4-week course, you need to join this week, and the reason you need to join this week is because you'll get the prep week, and that's a week that you can learn what to do. You'll get your food list, you'll get your nutrition sheet, you'll get your shopping guides, you'll get recipes, you'll get all the things that you need to get started. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull these out because I know they're ready. Yeah, there they are. Okay, you see how quick that was? Look at there, so good. So let me just see if I can pop one out. Here we go, look at there. I'm gonna sit it right over here. So that's the difference in how they look if you do them in the pan or you do them in a muffin tin. So I really think, I like the idea of doing them in a muffin tin. I might not do them so thick, put so much in there, because I don't, like I said, I like a thinner biscuit. But either way, they're gonna be delicious and we're gonna enjoy them. So there we go, look at that. And you know, you could cook, if it's just 2 of you, you could make half the recipe, or you could make the whole recipe and put some in a Ziploc bag. I've done that before to have them later. So this is just gonna be a great, delicious treat. Okay, so let me get back to talking about the course. All right, so if you have been in my course before and you're watching this video, in fact, several of you have, just post something, just something that will help people to recognize and see that they can do it. And for sure, share this video, and I'm gonna put your name in a drawing. Okay, so in this course, you're gonna learn how to count carbs, you're gonna learn how to fast, you're gonna learn how to get into ketosis. You're never gonna wonder again, what do I need to be doing, all right? So if you thought about getting healthy and wanna lose weight, whether it's 15 pounds or 30 pounds or 100 pounds, or, you know, I've had everything. I think my highest so far has been 125 pounds that people have lost, and it's really not complicated. It is hard because it is a change in your lifestyle. You have to decide that, you know, I'm ready to get healthy and I want to get healthy for the rest of my life. Most of my people, in fact, I would say all of my people, come off their medications. If not all their medication, most of their medication. Let me take this other row out here. There we go, and I can turn that off. All right, there's those, that last batch. Okay, so you'll come off your medications for sure, especially your high blood pressure medicine, and if you're on diabetes medicine, you'll come off of that. I see Sarah Lynn like that, and she has come off almost, I would think, almost all of her medications. So let me see if there's somebody, looks like somebody wants to join. Who is it? Let me see, I can't tell who that is. Okay, I'm gonna approve her. Send an invite. Okay, I see Denise is there, that she's wanting to join. So I'd love it. I'd love for you, if that's what you're trying to do, Denise, to get on here and share your story, because you started with this $47 program, and I am amazed at how good you're doing. So yeah, so it looks like you're adding on here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I want you to share this so your friends can learn, so that you can learn, so you can jump in. I'm going to put a link below this video so that you'll have it. I'm also going to be posting links throughout the week. Tomorrow night, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night, and then I'm going to get to what's on the poster. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be showing you how to make this. This is one of the best desserts I think I've ever had. So hey Denise, I'm trying to add you, but it doesn't look like you're responding. So I'll just, that's okay. All right. So this is I'm going to share this tomorrow night. This is a pumpkin custard. Today I was sitting there thinking, you know, I love egg custard and I love pumpkin, and I wonder if there's such a thing as a pumpkin egg custard. And sure enough, I Googled it and I found a recipe, and I kind of tweaked it for myself. And you're going to want this. Yeah, so hey, Sarah Lynn, it's the best $47 you'll ever spend. Yes, it is. And that is true. And it's not just because it's my course, but it's because you're going to learn things that you've been confused about. And I know it's hard because there's so much on there about keto and fasting, but you're going to learn how to do it right, and you're going to learn how to do it for the rest of your life. Okay, so I want to give you 3 tips before I go. All right, on how the three things that you can do to get healthy. It's not, I wouldn't say it's the 3 most important things, because all of them are important. All the things that my clients learn are important. But here we go. So 1, eat less carbs. And when I think about eating less carbs, carbs are things like potatoes and rice and sugar and bread and chips and all those things that have a lot of carbs in them. You can see it on the back of the product. So every product that it has ingredients in it is going to have a nutritional value. So like this has 0 carbs, okay, because it's a avocado oil. It's actually a fat. It's not a carb. So there's carbs, fats, and proteins. But if you eat less carbs, then you'll be healthy and you'll feel better. Carbs make you hungry, okay? So you want to eliminate as much of those carbs as you can. You want to eat good, healthy carbs, and those are things like vegetables. You know, those are going to be your good carbs, all right? And then things like nuts, they have some carbs in them, like pecans have some carbs in them, but like these would be low carb. They're made out of almond flour, so they do have carbs. They just don't have a lot of carbs in them. So I looked it up. This little biscuit that came out of the bag from the grocery store, it's got flour in it. It's 13 carbs, all right? This little biscuit is 4 carbs. And this is such a better exchange. What's going to happen when I eat this? First of all, it's got gluten in it. It's going to irritate my stomach. And number 2, it's going to cause my insulin to go up. And when your insulin goes up, what happens is your body stores fat, all right? And insulin is a fat-storing hormone. And so if you put too many carbs in your body, then your body's going to store fat. Just like if Amazon brought toilet paper to my house every day, there's only so much toilet paper that I can use. And so eventually there's a problem. So if you're putting more carbs in your body every day than your body can use, it's going to store it as fat. So when you reach down and you can grab that roll around the middle, that's the extra carbs that your body didn't use. And so about 20 to 25 is about how many your body needs in a day. And most Americans are eating, a lot of days, 100 or more. I mean, I looked up a dessert today and it was 45 carbs in one bowl of this if you made it with regular sugar. But I made it with Swerve. I actually made it with monk fruit. So I cannot wait to share this recipe with you tomorrow night. And it'll be in an email that I've got coming up. So if I don't have your email, you want to be sure and get on my email list so that you can get this recipe and this biscuit recipe that I'm going to share. But it is in the cookbook, so I'm going to give away a free cookbook tomorrow. So, but the second thing is get better sleep, all right? Sleep is when your body burns fat. You need sleep. You really have to work on your sleep. So if you're getting up and going to the bathroom through the night, you need to stop your eating within the 2-hour window before you go to bed, all right? Because here's what happens. If you eat close to bedtime, your body, or even an hour before bedtime, your body, your insulin level is going to go up. Even if it's a beef stick, I mean, your insulin, whatever, even if it's protein and fat, your insulin level is going to rise, okay? And what happens around 10 or 11 o'clock, your human growth hormone comes up. Well, that's a fat-burning hormone. But if insulin is rising, it's going to kick that down because insulin is the bully hormone. So you don't want to be eating close to bedtime because you want that human growth hormone to go up so your body will burn fat while you're eating. Now, if you're waking up through the night, you're not getting good sleep. So don't drink water close to bedtime. And that first night that you decide you're going to try to sleep all night and not get up and go to the bathroom. Oh, there's Denise. I'm no longer taking metformin and have lost 21 pounds. And that's in about 6 weeks, I think, isn't it, Denise? I mean, I think that's right. Yeah, so 5 or 6. I know it's close to that. And I bet you've been trying to lose that 21 pounds for a long time. Yeah, it's hard to lose it when you don't know how. Because you were like me, I was trying working out hard. I thought that was it. I had to walk more, I had to exercise more. And now I realize that it's really, yes, you need to exercise, but you need to get good sleep. Yes, about 6 weeks. You need to get good sleep and you need to manage your stress. And that's what I teach in my program. In fact, we're just now embarking on a book I'm doing on the 40-day word fast and how to get stress out of your life, how to get stressful words out of your life. Okay, so back to the sleep. So that first night, you just tell yourself, okay, you can sleep. You don't have to get up. So when you wake up, feel like you need to go to the bathroom, you just tell your bladder, you'll be okay. You haven't had anything to drink, and you try to go back to sleep. Now, the first night, you may not win. Your bladder may win. You may have to get up and go to the bathroom. And then I just had a text from my son. He got back home good. All right, and then so like the next night, you're going to try a little harder to sleep all night and not, because you just can't. I don't even encourage you to fast if you can't sleep all night. And the reason is because that's just stressful for your body. So you want to really work on that sleep. So get some good sleep. And one of the things I teach in my program is how to do meditation. I teach you how to manage your stress, and I teach you how to do grounding. Just today, one of my clients said, I was tempted to go get food I didn't want, and I decided, nope, I'm just going to go ground and get some sun. And she said, I ended up changing my mind totally. So grounding is so important. I know we're moving into the winter season, but if you can still, I mean, like today, I walked outside as much as I could barefooted. It really is. Google it, okay? I actually post a video in the app. When you join my challenge, you will learn about it's an hour video, about 45 minutes, by Dr. Josh Axe, talking about the benefits of grounding, okay? I think it's a spiritual thing. I don't think it's anything hokey. It's scientific, and it's also a spiritual thing. Okay, and then the third thing I would really, really encourage you to do is to dump toxins from your diet, okay? So toxins are things like maltodextrin, sucralose, artificial sweeteners, even natural flavors. A lot of things have natural flavors in them. Canola oil, vegetable oil, seed oils, they're very toxic to your body. They actually cause inflammation. They have a high omega-6s, and the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is very, is a high ratio, and so they actually cause inflammation to your body. And my clients literally in the first few days say, I cannot believe my fingers don't hurt. My hips don't hurt. I feel so much better. I see Emily just jumped on here. Thank you, Emily, for joining me. I'd love it if you just posted a comment about your success. I think you've lost 60 pounds, and I know you feel so much better. You've got to feel better. Okay. So last thing, I want you to share the video to get in the drawing. I'm going to be giving away vitamin D. I'm going to be giving away a cookbook. And if you already have a cookbook, then I'm going to give you some Keto Elevate, which is caprylic acid from BioTrust. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow night, I'm going to share this pumpkin custard. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, it is now going to be a favorite of mine, and we'll for sure be having that at Thanksgiving. So y'all have a great day, and let's talk soon.